Moses across the desert to give deliverance to his people. Mahatma Gandhi's assertion that one day India would be a free nation. Muhammad Yunus's dream that poor village women in Bangladesh would have access to credit without collateral, or Jack Welch's vision to make GE a global company. Everything begins in the mind as an idea, as a dream. If we believe in the idea strongly enough and are willing to give it our very best, everything is possible. It is our conviction that breathes life into an idea and makes it a living thing. The Kathopanishad tells us, you are your deep driving desire. As is your desire, so is your will. As is your will, so is your act. As is your act, so is your destiny. The second lesson is, it is not about the power to give. Life is about the power to receive. I see fresh MBAs every year. I've seen them every year since the 1970s that I joined the corporate world. They all look the same in the beginning. They talk about the same concepts. They're equally confident, equally adept. And then I have watched how some people level out after 5 years, some level out after 10 years, some after 15 years, and some after 20 years. And some actually don't level out. And I feel, as I see them, countless numbers, not just in this country but globally, I find that the ones who made it right to the top have much greater power to receive. And you will find nobody will talk to you about something like a power to receive. You learn about power to negotiate. You learn about power to make friends and influence people. Nobody talks to you about the power to receive. If you watch people right at the top, when you look at the Azim Premjis of the world, you look at the Narayan Murthis of the world, you look at the Dr. Manmohan Singhs of the world, you look at their counterparts in every other walk of life, you will find these people actually have honed the capability to receive in a day in and day out manner. It hasn't happened randomly. So here you are. The second lesson life has taught me is that the power to receive is far more important than the power to give. The act of receiving is far more significant in the overall scheme of things. It's an important lesson for those who give and then see that their giving has made little difference. One has to be blessed to receive. A good example is the family. Imagine parents of 4 children who raise them in a very comparable manner, yet the 4 children may grow up to be very different people in their own lives. One may become rich and successful and insular, one poor but willing to help, another leads a life of principles, and yet another develops a flexible moral code and blends it on the environment. The input from the 2 parents remaining the same, the output can be so vastly different. The power is then not in the giving, it is in the extended hand that receives. What matters is the capability to catalyze what you have received. I'm not going to read out all the lessons, but let me give you the highlights. The third lesson is that to get, you must first give. The fourth is it is all about connecting with people. The fifth is life is a constant negotiation. So those of you who have ever attended Professor Tirunarayan's class would realize, and if you ever meet him, tell him that I reinforce this belief that negotiation is not what you will do in business. You will have to negotiate in life. Negotiation is intrinsic to life. So don't get surprised by the fact that life will come at most unexpected places, unexpected times, and says, let's go to the negotiating table. I also talk about the fact that you are all overachievers, and overachievers are their worst enemies. There is your best friend is sitting inside your body, and your worst enemy is also sitting inside your body. So we only think that I am my best friend. I'm not my worst enemy. If you don't believe me, look at Bill Clinton's own life. If Bill Clinton could do something utterly stupid and regrettable and damaging to his own career, now don't tell me Bill Clinton didn't come from, Bill Clinton came from Yale, right? idiots don't go to study in Yale. So look at this man at the height of his presidential career. He does something completely irrational. And look at what happened to him. He may be anything, but whoever sees him in whatever greatness that he has will remember that this man messed up his presidential career because of moments of indiscretion with whoever. So who is to blame for this? The overachiever. But it's not a Bill Clinton story. I have seen this kind of thing happen so many times in my life that it's amazing. And most of the people who have tripped up, and it's not just a matter of sexual indiscretion, most people who have tripped up on various other forms and shot themselves in the leg have been overachievers, and some of them come with brilliant engineering and management degrees. So watch yourself.